Hello, you guys. How's it going? Happy Friday. Holy moly. I can't believe it's actually Friday. So excited. I'm going to stand up today. I feel like I'm always sitting during these videos, and those of you who know me know I can't sit still very long. So in case anyone needs a reminder, drink your water. I'm going to drink mine right now before I start gabbing a mile a minute all about Weight Watchers, the good, the bad, and the truth about Weight Watchers. And just so you guys know, the whole reason why I'm talking about Weight Watchers today is because a few weeks ago I put a poll here in the Fitness, Nutrition, and Motivation for Life group, and I asked you, what are some things that you've tried for weight loss? And a lot of people have mentioned Weight Watchers. And truth be told, most of my clients have tried Weight Watchers before. A lot of my friends and family have used it, some successful, some not. So I'm not here to badmouth it or anything. That's why every video I do about any topic is objective, right? I share the good, the bad, and the truth. I personally have never used Weight Watchers for a few reasons, mostly because I don't like counting things. Like those of you who know me, I was an English teacher for 10 years, phys ed, math is not my thing, right? I can do it, but I don't like doing it. So that's the reason why I don't like it. However, I do know there's a lot of good with Weight Watchers, and I ultimately want everyone in this group to have a weight loss solution that works for them. That's all I want, whether it's working with me or something else. So that's why I like to share all different options that are out there. And if I mention something that you don't agree with, if you have other experiences with Weight Watchers, feel free to comment below during the video because I'd love to hear about it, okay? I'm just here to explain the good aspects of Weight Watchers, the not so great, and then the truth if it's a good, viable solution for you, all right? So let's go ahead and jump right into this topic. So Weight Watchers as a tool has lots of really great qualities about it. One of the things I like about Weight Watchers, okay, whether it's the little book my stepmom used to use years ago or you're using the app, what's great about Weight Watchers is that it definitely raises awareness of your consumption, right? And also the energy, aka calories, in food, right? So when we do Weight Watchers, we have to track what we're eating. We understand, of course there's the point system, so you're not counting calories, but the foods are given a certain number of points based on their calories, based on their benefits, whatever. So you are raising awareness of what you're eating, and you're tracking what you're eating, okay, through the weight loss point system. So I do like that about Weight Watchers. And something else, guys, too, why I love using the term energy instead of calories, right, is because they're the same thing, number one. But number two, think about it. If you're eating tons and tons of calories, aka consuming a lot of energy, and you're sitting at home all day, you're not exerting it, right? Your body's obviously going to store it, right? And so that's another way it's good to look at, food as energy, right? So if I'm eating all this energy, do I really need it? Right? Just a little mindset shift there. That's just one of the little mindset pieces. I talked all about mindset yesterday. You want to go back and watch that training. All right, so I like that about Weight Watchers. It raises awareness of consumption. I also like Weight Watchers because it does hold people accountable, right? And I'll talk about this part later, but it does hold people accountable for their food choices, right? So you have to log into an app or you go to a meeting and someone holds you accountable there, right? So I do like that factor. There always has to be some sense of accountability if you're serious about your weight loss and health goal, right? So that's awesome there. Also, I like the Weight Watchers community. Community is everything. I think it's one of the big reasons why I love yoga, because yoga literally means community. So community is super, super important. And so Weight Watchers, obviously you get that sense of community, whether you're using the app or if you're going to a meeting. So I do like that. And then number 4 is recipes. So what's cool about Weight Watchers is that they have linked up with big names like Skinny Taste, for example. I love a lot of Skinny Taste recipes. Chocolate Cover Katie is one of my favorite plant-based food bloggers. She has numerous cookbooks as well. She has some of her recipes have like the Weight Watchers points, so you can actually look up recipes within your point range. So I think that's pretty cool as well. And I do believe the app, remember I haven't used the app, I believe the app has lots of recipes, just like MyFitnessPal as well. I'm gonna turn this light off real quickly. Okay, so I do like that about the Weight Watchers. You can get lots of recipes, lots of resources through the Weight Watchers program, right? The bad. Okay, and I shouldn't say bad, but I should say because I don't believe in good foods and bad foods, those of you who know me, but I just think of less and more. So, you know, this is like the less beneficial parts about Weight Watchers. So, first things, and like I said, correct me if I'm wrong with any of these things here, but the whole unlimited foods, there's several foods on the list, or that used to be on the list, that I don't agree with. So, for example, chicken, like grilled chicken breast, right? Was one of the unlimited foods. Like you could have as much as you want, right? And yes, I'm plant-based. You're probably thinking, well, that's why you're saying it. That's not why I'm saying it. I've only been plant-based for a year. I got this years ago before I went plant-based. So here's the problem, guys. Too much of anything is not good for you, right? So yeah, of course, not too much sugar, not too much carbs, or pasta, bread, rice, whatever. But too much chicken, that's not good for you either, okay? Truth be told, guys, if you are concerned about your health, and I'm gonna talk about that here in a couple minutes, but if you're consuming too much protein, right, that's also not healthy for you, because that too much protein, your body can only consume or metabolize so much protein. Whatever it can metabolize is gonna process as sugar, right? So a lot of people actually, when they eat a lot of protein, they'll know, especially animal protein, they'll notice that their sugar cravings go up, right? Or they gain weight because they're eating a lot of protein. I've had clients that have had high A1C, so if you're pre-diabetic or you're concerned about if you are diabetic and you have to really control your A1C or lower it, eating unlimited chicken is not a good idea, right? Greek yogurt was another unlimited food. I believe it's unsweetened or plain Greek yogurt, right? If you have any sort of health issues, like dairy is not a good option for you either, okay? It's an inflammatory food. If you have anything with like, any chronic illness, endometriosis, eczema, PCOS, rheumatoid arthritis, I can think of so many chronic illnesses, fibromyalgia, anything with inflammation in the body, right? You want to avoid inflammatory foods like dairy. Saying it's okay to have unlimited yogurt is not okay, right? And Weight Watchers, I'm sorry, like, they don't know, unless there is something in an app you can put in there, I'm not sure, they don't know all your health conditions, right? So they don't know if you have rheumatoid arthritis, if you have, let me think, like, IBS, for example, right? Like, what foods you should be avoiding, okay? So I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, it doesn't talk about health foods, right? Or, inflammatory foods. Because yes, too much meat is inflammatory, especially like red meat, guys. It kills your good gut bacteria, it destroys it. So if you're worried about gut health, Weight Watchers is not talking about your gut health. I'm sorry, okay? Back to health foods real quickly. So I've talked about this before, guys. In terms of eating organic, eating local. In terms of your produce. All right, I don't think Weight Watchers makes any distinction between whether you should be eating organic, local, what's on the Dirty Dozen, what's on the Clean 16. Don't think it accounts into any of those things. So if you are not concerned about the health foods, right? If you're not worried about eating, tons of pesticides, that's fine. But Weight Watchers is not considering that because their main concern, guys, is weight, not necessarily health, right? And there's a difference there. Okay, so for example, I've seen Weight Watchers, approved desserts, and it was like Jello with this, whipped cream, and I'm thinking, like, if any diet's gonna say Jello's okay, like, unless there's some, like, you can't digest a lot, that's a whole different story. I know, like, sometimes hospitals will give Jello for numerous reasons, but, like, that's not a health food, right? I'd rather you have, like, a healthier ice cream than have Jello, right? So I don't know how much they take into consideration your health, okay? Also, like, using an app, and I know a number of you have mentioned this, a lot of people that I've worked with, they just said that they didn't like logging in an app all the time. Like, that was something that was annoying, having to track their points and to log everything in, going to the meetings, like, it was just a lot of work to get this accountability piece, okay? And so I personally don't like using apps, right? I've heard the same thing for Noom, Lose It, whatever. Some people just don't like the apps. It's just kind of a burden. Also, like, eating out. Okay, I want to talk about this. So here's the problem. Let's say you get chicken breast and mashed potatoes and broccoli at a restaurant, okay? And according to Weight Watchers, that's, I don't know, 8 points. I don't know numbers, remember, I don't do Weight Watchers. But let's say you're going to put in your app 8 points. But here's the problem. When you go to a restaurant, okay, you don't know what's in those potatoes. potatoes and you don't know what they put in the broccoli and what's on the chicken, right? So it might end up really being like 20 points or something. I don't know. That's the problem when you're tracking. When you're trying to track really meticulously, you're not always accurate, and we tend to underreport. And I talked about this a couple weeks ago with the whole MyFitnessPal video, so you can go back and watch that. I'm not saying don't eat out. I eat out a lot. I enjoy it. My husband and I like to go out and eat. We like to travel. So that's why I don't like counting anything, because I don't want to be counting when I'm out to eat. That's stupid, right? Or you logging in how many glasses of wine. No, thank you. I need to enjoy my wine, please. I'm Italian, in case you guys didn't know. So eating out can sometimes be a struggle, right? Boredom. I hear this a lot too. Like, oh my God, you know, I'm getting bored with some of the recipes. I feel like I'm always eating the same things. I have to stick to these like unlimited foods, or these foods are in my point range, like whatever. And boredom's a big problem, you know, especially if you're sticking to any diet program, like any meal plan, any, you know, book or anything like that. You feel limited after a while, right? You don't really learn how to make meals on your own. You're always kind of forced to follow a plan, which is no fun, okay? And then lastly, fitness. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please comment below if I'm missing this. I do not believe that Weight Watchers has any sort of fitness component. I know there are, you know, Weight Watcher groups on Facebook, Instagram, you know, people posting about their workouts they do while they're doing the Weight Watchers program. But it's really important, in my opinion, and the success that my clients have had, to have that sense of fitness and understanding that we're putting that energy to use, right? Because remember, calories are energy, okay? And we expend that energy when we do exercise. And we can exercise in multiple ways. But, you know, do you have the accountability to exercise? Are you encouraged to exercise? What kind of workouts are you exposed to? How do you progress the workouts? Like, all of those things are part of the weight loss journey. Not so much the journey, but more importantly, the maintenance piece, right? Of keeping the weight off for good. Exercise is a huge part of that. Okay, so I covered the good and the bad. Let me go to the truth. I like to keep these videos in 15 minutes. I'm just about there. So the truth about Weight Watchers, I'm not here to badmouth it, believe me. And truth be told, okay, it is a solution. You guys can't really see that. It is a solution to some people. I've known people that have been very successful and they really like it. They like the point system. That's awesome. If something works for you, great. I want everyone, I mean this wholeheartedly, I want everyone to have something that works for them, okay? But it doesn't work for everyone. And the reason why it doesn't work for everyone, or people lose weight, like they'll lose 20 pounds on Weight Watchers and gain it all back and then some. And the reason why is because how long can you really use an app or track your food? Like, how long do you want to do that for, you know, to keep this weight off? Like, is that something you really want to do for life, right? It can be great for a month, 2 months, maybe 3 months, but then what, right? I did MyFitnessPal for like a week, and I was just like, I can't. I don't know if Weight Watchers would be better, but I don't like relying on my phone. I don't like being on my phone as it is, let alone for logging my food and looking up points and stuff like that, okay? I probably would rather use the book, to be honest, but still, it's annoying. Having to refer to something. It's like an encyclopedia of what food I can eat. No, thank you. So for how long is this sustainable for, right? The optimal way to lose weight and keep it off is doing something that you can do for life, not for a little bit of time, right? Also, and this is really, really important, I talk about this a lot, if health is a priority, Weight Watchers is not all-encompassing. I said this in my group a few weeks ago, health first, weight loss second, both with the right strategy, okay? So from my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, Weight Watchers' #1 priority is weight loss. Okay, that's why they're having you count points based on calories, macronutrients, whatever. But the health benefit, like, do they have a difference between like free-range chicken and conventional chicken? I don't know, right? Or let me say, for example, like Jell-O's okay, but maybe this coconut ice cream is not. It's like, what? Like, I don't know, right? So we have to consider health. So if you are concerned about like hormone balance, any autoimmune disease, any kind of arthritis, you have aches and pains, you have energy issues, if you know you have gut issues, if you're bloating, first of all, if you have bloating issues, because guys, I've had bloating issues, I posted about the other day, and I love Greek yogurt, but I cannot eat Greek yogurt. I wish I could. I love it, I love it, I love it, but it ruins my stomach. Guys, like I'm literally, here, I'll lift my shirt up, I don't care. My stomach bloats when I eat Greek yogurt. So for Weight Watchers, if they were to tell me it's unlimited, I'd be like, all right, cool, I'll eat it. I would feel like crap. I would look pregnant. I would not lose weight. Someone actually the other day was telling me, like, you know, I've been eating all these healthy foods. I'm on Weight Watchers, but like I'm more bloated than ever. I just remembered that. Well, no kidding. Like eating all the Greek yogurt, come on. Corn is another unlimited food. You guys, I think it's 96% at this point. 96% of US corn is genetically modified, right? And genetically modified foods are laced in pesticides. So if corn's unlimited, like that's okay for Weight Watchers, but for your health, I don't know, right? And how does your body metabolize corn? Sugar, right? So it's not concerned about health mainly. And I'm always, my number one concern, you guys, is health. Always, okay? It would not be in my best interest, and it would not be in your best interest if we didn't think about your health. Health first, weight loss second, both with the right strategy, okay? So if you're looking for that strategy, if you want to cherish your health, if you want to eat not just to slim down, but eat for longevity and eat for energy and just feel not bloated, feel thin and feel energized and amazing. If you want the long-term play, okay, and not have to rely on counting and rely on an app and tracking your points, and you want to make sure you're eating healthy for your health goals, but also for your weight loss goals, I can totally help you with that, okay? Book a free call with me, createmyweight.com/apply. I also know that one thing that people like about Weight Watchers is since it is counting points, it's flexible. And they think that that's the only way to have flexibility. That's not true. If you understand nutrition, right? If you understand health, you understand your body and what foods will help you lose the weight that you want, right? And you can go out and have your wine, and you can have your ice cream, and you can have chocolate, and if you want some Greek yogurt, great, awesome, that works for you. You can eat whatever you want in a way to lose weight. That's the holy grail. And you can have that for the long term and not have to be dependent on an app, okay? And I can help you with that. If food freedom is your goal, I'm here to help you with that. And I'm going to be doing my 4-day series starting next week about food freedom. Okay, how to achieve food freedom in my 4-step strategy. Okay, so if you want help with losing weight without subjecting yourself to an app, okay, something that's long-term for you, createmyweight.com/apply. Book a free call with me. I'll help you achieve that food freedom. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to count anything. You don't have to worry. I will walk you through it. On our call, I'll show you exactly what that looks like for you. It was different for everyone, okay? Have an awesome Friday. Next week, I'll talk about something different in my Good, the Bad, and the Truth series. I love doing this, guys. I want you guys to have as much knowledge as possible so you can make the best decision for you. All right? Have an awesome, awesome weekend. Bye, guys.